the key to achieve this? The key to achieve this is green hydrogen, because it can produce extraordinary energy with literally no emissions. Now, based on the method and source of production of hydrogen, it is classified into four major categories: gray hydrogen, blue hydrogen, turquoise hydrogen, and green hydrogen. Green hydrogen being the cleanest form of hydrogen, as it has no carbon byproduct, whereas you see the other hydrogen have either methane or coal as the byproduct. But green hydrogen, as it is cleanest, it is produced through renewable energy by process of electrolysis, and it does not emit any carbon. And how is this electrolysis done? First, we have solar panels which will generate electricity. This electricity is passed to water. As soon as water receives electricity, it splits into hydrogen and oxygen. This hydrogen is stored and further used to dissipate energy. Now, what problems it will solve for the Indian economy? Considering the industry-specific application, the first industry we have is transport industry. Let's consider the first factor, that is range and volume occupancy of an vehicle. Let's take an electric vehicle which would give us range of 400 to 500 kilometer. As it is made of lithium-ion battery, it would occupy the battery volume of 400 to 600 liter, whereas you see the hydrogen cell battery would occupy less than 50% of the space, which means if you want to add more range to the vehicle, add more hydrogen cells. And second is charging time, where a normal electric vehicle would take 4 hours to charge, but an hydrogen cell would take only 8 minutes. Now, when you look at this graph plotted with weight against the average mileage per day of an vehicle, an electric vehicle would give us range of 160 kilometers with a weight of 10 tons. But when it comes to commercial vehicles, it becomes difficult to use EVs, both due to limitations of range and charging time. Because you see, a taxi driver cannot stop his car, charge it for 4 hours, or drive only 150 kilometers per day. But when it comes to hydrogen cells, they are so they are so productive that their application extends up to heavy utility vehicles ranging from buses, trucks, and even trains whose range is beyond 1,000 kilometers. Now, considering the second industry, that is steel industry, there is something known as carbon border tax. Carbon border tax means European Union will apply some tax on us if we don't stop using carbon beyond a certain level. And India being the second largest exporter of steel, it is one of the most polluting sectors of India, as 12% of the carbon emissions are from steel industry itself. And the reason for this is steel industry uses gray hydrogen as the reducing agent. Now, what is gray hydrogen? It is the product of coal and methane produced through steel methane reforming. So if we don't shift to green hydrogen in next 3 decades, it is possible that the carbon emission may rise from 242 metric tons to 837 metric tons, which is very huge. As a result of it, what will happen? EU will impose tax on us, and we would lose lot of money in the trade, and someone else might beat us in the steel export. And the last is chemical industry, which simply means we need to shift from blue and gray hydrogen to green hydrogen. This would happen with the evolution of solar and wind energy. Now, what is the result? Should we directly invest in green hydrogen? The answer is, as of now, it is a little far away from reality, considering these problems. First is the cost, which is extremely high, where lithium ion battery would take less cost, but green hydrogen would take us 3 times more cost than that of a lithium ion battery. Next is steel industry, where green hydrogen transport takes 150 rupees per kg, but the transport of gray hydrogen transport cost is 150 rupees per kg, but green hydrogen transport cost is 500 rupees per kg. And third is it requires extraction of some rare metals like platinum and iridium, which are extracted at the cost of environment, and man would need a lot of digging for this. So even this is little difficult. And now there is something called as round trip efficiency, which is only 40 to 50%. Now, what is round trip efficiency? So if we take 100 joule of energy, converting it from power to hydrogen and then back to power, we would only get 40 to 50% energy, which means rest energy is lost in the process itself. Next is, due to low volumetric density of hydrogen, storage is a problem. And at last, the conclusion here is that right now it is not viable, but with the help of government incentives, we can bring down the cost of green hydrogen in next 5 years, and some other metals will soon replace platinum and iridium. So it will bring revolution in the overall energy sector of the India.
Thank you, Bhavna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavna Naikar. Now I call Chidambar Kajol from Karnataka Science College, Dharwad. Once again, I call Chidambar Kajol from Karnataka Science College, Dharwad. Now I call Chaitra Sati from Tungal School of Basic and Applied Science College, Jamkandi.
Yes, ma'am. Shall I save the screen? Hello, ma'am. I am audible.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, you
I am
share the
audible, ma'am.
screen. Yes, you are audible and you share the screen.
I am audible.
Yes, you are audible and you can start now.
Good afternoon to all. Today we all are gathered here for online webinar on National Conservation Day. Myself, Chitra Sati. Today I am explaining from introduction to solar energy system challenges and opportunities. Okay. What is renewable energy? What is renewable energy? Renewable energy is the energy derived from natural sources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed. For example, solar energy. Introduction of solar energy. Solar energy is defined as the transformation of energy that is present in the sun and is one of the renewable energies. Once the sunlight passes through the Earth's atmosphere, most of it is in the forms of visible light and infrared radiations. So, plants use it to convert into a sugar and starch. This conversion process is known as photosynthesis. What's photosynthesis? Solar cell panels are used to convert this energy into electricity. For example, solar cooker, solar heater, etc. Advantages of solar energies that are: one is clean. It is considered to be the cleanest form of energy as there is no carbon dioxide emissions like in the case of fossil fuels, which is one of the causes of global warming. And the one, renewable. Renewable, there is a ample energy available on the earth as long as the sun exists. And the one, reliable. The energy can be stored in the batteries, so there no unreliability. Reduction in the utility cost. And another one is free energy because it can be trapped easily. So, free energy. New opportunities that are selling solar products, solar production distribution, solar system repairing and maintenance. Starting a solar farm business, and then one is solar consultancy, solar product marketing, solar panel cleaning, solar boiling. Next one, challenges. First one, challenges are high manufacturing cost, and the one, waste management and land availability. High manufacturing cost. Due to the high cost of solar power generation, a lot of the premium equipment used in a solar power plant had to be imported. Therefore, cost should be reduced. And then one is waste management. Even though solar models and other equipment have a life of 25 odd years, the models do get damaged and need to be disposed of. This contributes to solar waste in the country. Certainly, India does not have a solar waste disposal policy and needs on the lines of waste e-waste where the guidance are the set of a proper disposal or recycling of a waste generated by the solar industries. So waste management. And the another one is land availability. One of the biggest challenges in the solar sector is availability of land. Solar plants requires a large amount of land to set up. This is the particular challenges in the India given the land ownership and local particles. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chaitra Sati. Now I request Gayatri Badige. Now I call Gayatri Badige from SSR's College, Sankeshwar.
Gayatri Badger. Are you there?
Hello.
Yes, Gayatri, you can
Hello.
share. Now you can share your screen.
Sir, screen share madam. Screen share madam.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Gayatri, you can share your screen now.
Sir, please allow.
Yes,
Take
sir.
this screen.
Yes, you are now co-host. You can share. Gayatri, please unmute your video and audio.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, please allow SSR's college to allow share the
Okay.
screen. Please
Okay.
disable. Please allow.
Yes, yes, right. Yes, sir. Now you can share.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, yes. You can start now.
Okay. Good afternoon to everyone. I am Gayatri from SS Arts College.
from Sankeshwar. Today's my theme is nuclear power plants, use energy, nuclear power plants, and nuclear power plants in India, and advantages of nuclear plant, nuclear power plants. The science of atomic in 1945. From the last 6 years of those period, development was focused on the atomic bomb, and since 1956, the prime focus has been technologically evolution of a reliable nuclear power plants. And let's see what is energy, the ability to do work. The SI unit is joules, and in that the energy resources are like renewable energy and non-renewable energy. Renewable resources can naturally replenish and themselves, while non-renewable resources cannot. And this means that non-renewable resources are limited in supply and cannot be used sustainably. And we see the examples like renewable energy examples like bioenergy from the biomass, solar energy from the sunlight, and wind energy from the air, hydroelectric power by the dams, and ocean energy. And non-renewable energy examples like natural gas and coal and nuclear energy. My topic is nuclear power plants, so I focus on the nuclear energy. Benefits of the renewable energy and uses: less global warming and improved public health, inexhaustible energy, jobs and other economic benefits, and stable energy prices. When it comes to the energy efficiency, renewable energy is generally more efficient than non-renewable energy. As the energy we get from the wind or the sun, hydro turbines can be without relying and inexhaustible for the finite elements. And today's need of the energy. India is a major force on the global energy economy. Energy consumption has more than doubled since 2000. India's continued industrialization and urbanization, huge demands of the energy sectors for policy makers. And Indians, NDC stands for the National Determined Contribution of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, outlines its intent to scale up the country's clean energy capacity. Okay, let's see the key indicators in India as a percentage of global energies 2000 and 2019. Here we can see the light blue is a 2000 and dark blue is a 2019. Compared to the all, we see the coal demand. Coal demand is more compared to the all. And next, nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is a form of energy released from the nucleus and the core of the atoms, made up of the protons and neutrons. Neutrons and protons are the two subatomic and atomic particles and comprehend the nucleus. And where and the atom is a tiny particle. And there is an exact massive amount of energy in bonds that bind the together. And next, we can see the nuclear energy have two types: nuclear fission and a nuclear fusion. In a simple word, we can say that nuclear fission will be separated and nuclear fission will be combined. We can see the diagram. Nuclear fission, neutrons and uranium-235. Uranium-235 is a stable, and when it comes to the uranium-236, it will be unstable. So it divided into barium-144 and krypton-89, and some other neutrons, some particles. And in a nuclear fusion, deuterium and tritium, and it is combined, neutron and helium. Helium is the alpha particle. And we can see here nuclear fuel uranium. Uranium is a 92, and the fuel is used in a nuclear power plants in an isotope of the radioactive element. You can see the diagram. Uranium-235. It splits nucleus into two species. And nuclear power on the Karnataka Kaiga. It's come near to the Kali River, and Kali River, and it's in Uttarakhand. And alcohol, and fossil fuels are the contains weakens the urban and
Questions after.
Do you remember, sir, any questions?
Wait.
Shall I continue, sir?
Yes, we can go to next presentation.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Gayatri Badgir. Now I call Harshit Kaulchikar, Tunga School, Jamkandi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can start.
Shall I share the screen, ma'am?
Yes, you can. You can start now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy National Energy Conservation Day. Myself, Harshit Kaulikar. I am studying 5th BSc 5th SEM in Tunga School of Basic and Applied Sciences, Jamkandi. Today, I am going to present advantages and challenges of wind energy. What is renewable energy? Renewable energy is the energy derived from natural sources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed.
Harshit,
The energy that
you
is
start
provided
your
by
PPT. Harshit, wait. You open your
Yes, sir.
PPT, then start. It is not visible.
PPT cancel दिला. So 1 minute, sir. We will
Okay.
going to share. Is it visible?
Is it visible, sir?
No, sir.
1 minute.
Sir, first open without sharing and then share it, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Is it visible, sir?
Not now. Now it is visible. Okay, you can start.
Happy National Energy Conservation Day to all. Myself, Harshit Kaulikar. I am studying BSc 5th SEM in Tunga School of Basic and Applied Sciences, Jamkandi. Today, I am going to present advantages and challenges of wind energy. What is renewable energy? Renewable energy is energy derived from natural sources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed. The energy that is provided by renewable energy resources is used for air and water cooling or heating and electricity generation. Nowadays, there are many types of renewable energy sources are there. Those are solar energy, wind energy, ocean thermal energy, geothermal energy, biomass or biogas energy. Now I am going to introduce wind energy. What is wind energy? The term wind energy or wind power describes the process by which the wind is used to generate mechanical power or electricity. Wind power is good, renewable, clean, and free source of energy for power production. It reduces the dependence of fossil fuels, including exported oils. And also, wind energy reduces the emission of greenhouse gases and other pollutants. There are two types of wind energy power generators are there. Those are horizontal axis span wind energy generators and vertical axis power plant wind energy generations. Now we will discuss about advantages of wind energy. We have many number of advantages from wind energy. Those are free fuel. Since wind turbines themselves run strictly on the power of wind generated, there is no need for fuel. Wind power is a clean and renewable energy source. Wind turbines harness energy from the wind using mechanical power to spin a generator and create electricity. Wind power is a cost effective. Land-based utility scale wind turbines provide one of the lowest priced energy source available today. Wind turbines works in different settings. Wind energy generation fits well in agricultural and multi-use working landscape. Wind energy is easily integrated in rural or remote areas such as farms and ranches or coastal and island communities. It reduces our dependence of fossil fuels. Energy generated from fossil fuels not only contributes to climate change, but we will one day run out of it. As long as the some heats the plant, that there is an endless supply of wind. In future days, we are going to face many challenges from wind energy. Some are wind power must compete with other low-cost energy sources. When comparing the cost of energy associated with new power plants, wind and solar projects are now more economically competitive than gas, geothermal, coal, or nuclear facilities. Ideal wind sites are often in remote location. Installation challenges must be overcome to bring electricity from wind farms to urban areas where it is needed to meet demand. Turbines produces noise and alter the visual aesthetics. Wind farms have different impacts on the environment compared to conventional power plants, but similar concerns exist over both the noise produced by the turbines blades and visual impacts on the landscape. And wind plants can impact local wildlife. Although wind projects rank lower than other energy developments in terms of wildlife impacts, research is still needed to minimize wildlife interaction. India is in fourth place in generation of electricity by wind energy. Thank you all.
Thank you, Harshit. Nagappa sir, any questions?
No questions, madam. We can take next one.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Now I request Kirti Patte from Keli Society College, Mahalingpur.
Namaste. I am Kirti Patel from KLE SCP Degree College, Mahalingapur. The screen visible?
No, you can share now.
Share screen ಅಂತ da ನೋಡ್ರಿ.
ಸರಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ
Kirti, share your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, it is visible now. You can start. Start your video and start.
One second. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
Kirti, you can start now.
ಹಲೋ
ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಮಧು. Kirti Patel, you can do afterwards. Now we'll go to the next participant.
We can take next participant.
Hello. Now, Pushti Hulihalli.
So I have some technical issues, so I next.
Yes,
Hello.
you can do afterwards. Kirti, you can do afterwards.
Now I call Kushi Hulihalli, RTS Degree College.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are audible.
Kushi, you can start. It is visible.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Kushi from RTS Degree College, Ranadanud. So we all have studied today about renewable energy resources and non-renewable energy resources. So one of those topics is solar energy. We'll be studying something about that. So what is solar energy? Solar energy is a light and heat energy from the sun that we get, and we use technologies and convert this solar energy into electricity that we use in our daily life. Then this solar energy is the Earth's most abundant energy source. We all know that sun is the most abundant star and we get huge amount of heat and energy from the sun. And then we also know that we don't have to pay sun something for giving its energy. So it's a free energy source. And then this solar energy was first used in 7th century and it was officially discovered in the year 1889. And then when we see this picture, we see what are the uses of the solar panels that we get use from solar energy. It is used in telecommunication, refrigerator, battery charging, railway signaling, PV pump, and in domestic uses also like our phones. And then we have, like every other aspect, the solar energy also has advantages and disadvantages. So first is advantages. So what are the these reduce energy bills? That means we get electricity bill at our homes which are very costlier. So by using this solar energy, we can reduce the energy bills at our homes. And then it is clean and do not contribute pollution, becoming eco-friendly. That means this solar energy is clean in its form and it does not produce any pollution in the way of air pollution, noise pollution or anything. It is eco-friendly. And then these reduce dependency on fossil fuels and low maintenance cost. So these solar energy help us in reducing dependency on fossil fuels. Like most of us are using more number of fossil fuels these days. These solar energy and other renewable forms of energy reduce these uses, and then it reduces your impact on environment. That means they do not produce much waste that does not harm any environment. And then it improves our energy security and dependency. And these are space saving. That means we do not have to have very large space for installing this then we have opportunities in India. That means how this solar energy is improving in our India. India scores advantage over other countries. That means many other countries do not have much benefit over solar energy like our India. That is because of few reasons. Few of those reasons are India experiences maximum sunny days. That means most of the year India experiences summer. That means high sunlight is available to us. We can utilize that. And high demand. That means there is high demand in the country, that because of our population and cost of living is increasing every day, there is high demand in the industry for solar energy. And then government funding and supporting eco-friendly source of energy. Our governments are also helping in these eco-friendly source of energies. And then there are also many of them who are increasing their investments in this solar energy, that is helping our country moving forward. As you can see in the graph, solar energy capacity in India has been rapidly increasing over the years, and in few years it has.
Kushi, your slides are not moving. Can you make it presentation mode? You click on the presentation mode.
Sir, is it visible?
It is visible, but slides are not moving. Click it on the presentation mode. You go to slideshow. Go to slideshow. Yes, now it is visible. Yes, now you make it.
Is it now visible, sir?
Yes, it is visible.
So as you can see from the start, with in the last few years, the has rapidly increased in our India, and we are by this graph we get to know that in India the solar energy usage and its uses have been rapidly increased. And then you can see like at any other industry, solar energy also creates many job opportunities. So by the predicted graph as I put here, you can see that in the projected growth by 2030, the job opportunities that these solar energy industry creates is very high, and the people working in it also are very high as compared to other renewable energy resources. Then what are the challenges the solar energy faces while it's developing? So in our country and in other countries also, while installing this, the cost of manufacturing is very high, and in India also it is very high, because most of the equipments that we are using to install these solar panels are imported from other countries, and they are not made in the own country, so they cost very high. And then size of the system is dependent on your available space. So available space also matters to install. When they are putting up a solar panel, the amount of panels they put upon depends on the size. So that is also one of the challenge. And then it requires sunny weather to work best. And you cannot use this at night, because at night we do not have the sunlight. So it is of no use at the night, but we can store this energy. But storing these energy in batteries is very expensive. Converting the solar energy into storing into batteries is also very expensive. And then manufacturing of these solar panels can harm the environment. Like many other aspects, these solar panels while manufacturing also produce some waste that harms our environment. And low energy conversion rate. That means when we get solar energy, it is stored, while converting it into any other form of energy, it is not, the conversion rate is not very high, it is very low. And then the solar panels, when we fix them, they are installed at a specific location, and you cannot move them and use it at various locations whenever you need them. And then their productivity during winters is very poor. That means we have winter period for like 3 to 4 months. Then those at that time, these solar energy is of no use to us. So in this way, this solar energy is very useful, and in India it is increasing day by day. That and we are creating awareness to all the people about this solar energy. So yes, thank you everyone.
Kushi, I have one doubt.
Yes, sir.
We have the solar cells, solar devices for the conversion of solar energy to this electrical energy and usable energy, right?
Here clearly.
We have solar cells to convert the energy, right? Solar energy to electrical energy.
Yes, sir, but the conversion rate is a little bit lesser.
How much it is? What is the percentage of conversion rate?
Sir, I have no idea about. Sorry, sir.
Okay, you should know that because you know you are talking about solar energy. So how much will
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Any other questions?
Thank you, Kushi. Kirti Patel, are you ready?
Kirti Patel, if you are ready, you can start now.
Sorry, sir. No.
You are not ready?
I need some time.
Okay,
No,
okay.
sir. I need some time. So technical.
Yes, okay.
So now I call Lakshmi Mayannavar from Tunga School, Jamkhandi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can start now.
Shall I share the screen?
Yes, you can.
Hello, everybody. I am audible.
Yes, yes. Visible and audible. You can start.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, National Energy Conservation Day for all. Myself, Lakshmi Mayannavar. I am studying in BSc first sem in Tungal Basic and Applied Science College, Jamkhandi. Today, I give seminar on introduction of solar energy system challenges and opportunities. First of all, we know about what is renewable energy. Renewable energy is the energy derived from natural sources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed. Renewable energy is a clean source of energy. We use higher rate than we consume more. The most common example for renewable energy is solar energy. Introduction of solar energy. Solar energy defined as the transformation of energy that is present in the sun and is one of the renewable energy. So light energy is transformed into a solar energy that is renewable energy. Once the sunlight passes through the earth atmosphere, most of it is in the form of visible light in infrared radiation. Plant use it to convert into sugar and starches. This conversion process is known as photosynthesis. In process in which plant use water and carbohydrates in presence of sunlight, they produce their own food. This is known as photosynthesis. Solar cell panels are used to convert this energy into electricity. Solar panel cells or photovoltaic cells are made up of silicon semiconductor. They absorb light and sunlight energy and convert into electrical energy. For example, solar cookers, solar heaters. Advantages of solar energy. First one is clean. It is considered to be the cleanest form of energy as there is no carbon dioxide emission like in the case of fossil fuels, which is one of the causes of global warming. Solar energy is the clean form of energy. Solar energy do not emission carbon dioxide, do not cause greenhouse effect of global warming. Combustion of fossil fuels, they produce more amount of carbon dioxide, they causes global warming and greenhouse effects. Renewable. There is ample energy available on earth as long as the sun exists. Renewable energy is the continuous energy we get from sunlight when we get from sunlight and we use it is continuous process until the sun exists. Renewable energy is also exist. Reliable. The energy can be stored in the batteries, so there is no reliability. We store solar energy in solar panels. Whenever we necessary, we can use it. Reduction in utility costs. Free energy because it can be trapped easily. Solar energy comes from natural sources. That comes from naturally sun. Is it free for use everyone? We can discuss about new opportunities of solar energy. Solar energy opportunities, selling solar products, selling solar products like solar cooling systems, solar thermal systems, etc. Solar production distribution of solar power generation is an approach to provide solar energy resources by developing technologies and tools. Solar system repairing and maintenance. Solar item repairing is one of the most profitable solar business opportunities in India. Starting a solar farm business. Solar farms solar farms are growing greater than other forms of resources. Solar consultancy, solar product marketing. Solar product marketing is the smart business idea, like a product seller or as an elephant is. Solar panel cleaning. Solar panel cleaning is also one of the business to clean solar panels every day. Solar blogging. If you have good knowledge about solar energy industry, you can share it for making money. Start a solar energy training institute. Now we can discuss about solar energy challenges. High manufacturing cost, waste management, land availability. First one is high manufacturing cost. Due to the high cost of solar power generation, a lot of the premium equipment used in solar power plant had to import it. Their cost should be reduced. Nowadays, solar generation higher, and for solar panels also producing higher amount. Then there is cost also reduced. Waste management. Even though the solar models or other equipment have a life of 24 odd years, the models to get damaged and need to be disposed of. This contributes to solar waste in the country. Currently, India does not have solar waste disposal policy and needs one on the lines of e-waste, where the guidelines are set for proper disposal or recycling of waste generating by the solar industries. Land availability. One of the biggest challenge in the solar sector is availability of land. Solar plant require a large amount of contiguous land setup. This is particularly challenging in India, given the land ownership and local politics. The Energy Conservation Day tells about on focus on making people aware of global warming and climate changing and promote efforts on saving renewable energy resources. Thank you for giving opportunity for giving a seminar about this today. Thank you for all.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, Lakshmi Mayanawar.
Thank you, ma'am.
Kirti Patel, are you
Hello.
ready?
Yes, yes, I am ready.
Okay, you can start now.
Sir, hello.
Now we share the screen.
Hello.
Yes, it is visible. Start now.
Yes.
Start your video.
I am. Videos.
It's okay. You can start now.
Yes, I am Kirti Patel from SCP Art Science and EDS Commerce College, Malingpur. Today I am discuss about solar energy. Solar energy is the one of the renewable energy. The energy is all around us. It is the backbone of world's activity. Present 8.5 billion of global population has increases day by day, but the focus of the energy demand is also increases for emerging marketing and developing economies. So many nations are looking for natural gases, affordable and renewable electrical powers generated that produces lower emission than the coal. So solar also provides ability to generate power and destroy the basis of enable rapid capacity addition, short more leads time. But why we concentrate on solar energy? Before, what is solar energy? Solar energy is a radiant of energy emitted by the sun. And then it is also called solar power. The amount of sunlight strikes other surface in an hour, half of the enough for entire world full of air. It is does not generate by the contaminated things. The solar energy harnessed using the ranges of technologies such as solar power, generate electricity, solar thermal energy, and solar architecture. What are the benefits of solar energy to the India? India has tropical and subtropical zones. The India endowed with vast solar energy potential about 5,000 trillion kilowatt per hour. Energy is incident over India's land. India is known as the agriculture country. The solar energy has an important role in agriculture by the purpose of power pump, waters, and crop cutting missions. India has largest tribal community. The India has also concentration on tribal people development. There is a very important role of solar energy. What are the opportunities of solar energy? It is one of the renewable energy sources, reduce impact on the environment, improves your energy security and independence. The solar energy has an important role reducing greenhouse gases emission and climate change, which is critical and protecting humans, wildlife, and ecosystem. Solar energy creates jobs and low maintenance cost. Solar panels having long lifespan. The solar energy is clean and green energy. Surface safer than other, not dependent on other sources of energy. Electricity bill reduction, maximum usage, technology development. Solar energy is applicable everywhere. What are the challenges of solar energy? Solar energy does not working at night. The small amount of population during manufacture and transport, initial high cost, weather development dependent, and use lot of space. Conclusion, in 2014, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has promised that India would have 175 gigawatt solar energy to produce to the Indians. October 2022, India installed solar energy capacity should add 265.95 gigawatt, like solar park schemes. Today, resources for the brighter tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirti Patel. Now I request Lingraj Nadoni from SS Arts College and TP Science Institute, Sankeshwar.
Lingraj, you can start now.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
So, I'm Lingraj Dodani from SSR College, Sankeshwar. My topic is on the concept of the energy introduction of that's how India can become the world global power supplier and economy of the solar power in India and startup ecosystem in India.
Lingaraj, voice is not clear.
So power generation to run our economy like various sector like industry, agriculture, transport sector, etc. And it also avoid the environmental issues. So we can solve the problem of the environmental issue, and India can Atmanirbhar in terms of the power generation and to make a global for the world, and it is also open the employment opportunity in the India. So how the solar power can be generated? The solar power can be generated by the photovoltaic cell. Here you can see the photovoltaic cell modules and the panel and era. And these are the different types in the photovoltaic cell: polycrystalline and monocrystalline and polycrystalline. And the monocrystalline it is used in high temperatures of the region, and the polycrystalline it is used in the low temperature of the regions like a European country. So working of the solar cell, when the sunlight passes on the solar panel, there is a photon emission take place, and the electron will flow in the circuit, and we can generate the current. So construction in solar panel, you can see the layers: frame, glass, encapsulant, solar cell, encapsulant, backsheet, and junction box. The frame it allows to it won't allow the dust and other particle. Glass it helps for the to give the high potential of to the encapsulant, and it also helps to reduce the reflection of the sun rays. The upper layer is a N type and the lower layer is a P type. Now the whatever energy come, it will convert into the electrical energy. The solar panel give us a DC current, and we have to store it in a battery, and we need to and we need a AC, so we use the inverter to convert a AC, and from that inverter we have to supply to the transformer, which help to give which transporter can make the high voltage of the AC current, and we give connection to the grid. So by the solar energy, the India's first airport which is run on the solar, it is the Kochi, and every year it can save the 15 crores of the current bill. And now the Kerala government installed more than 60,000 solar panels. So status of power generation in India. So here you can see the solar coal is the 50% of the taking place in energy resources, whereas the renewable energy it is in 36%. In that the solar energy is 10.3%, and in upcoming generation the solar power will become the more than 28%. How solar energy helpful for the Indian defense? You can use it in the iron beam, which is recently used by the Israel defense. Now, how India can become the globally powerful? Actually, the India come in the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, so we are having a high potential of the capacity, and we can supply the entire world by the one sun, one world, and one grid concept. Now, the opportunity of the solar energy, the average cost per the solar energy, it is easier to develop faster because compared to the thermal and other energy sources. And opportunity in terms of economics perspective, the path. Now the solar software from San Savak is a developer of the software based on the management tools of the solar energy generation industry. It offers the solution ranging from the planning to production by the helping the company streamline process and use automation. Now, solar canal potential. Solar canal potential, it is one of the best use of the solar energy. So the benefits, we can generate the employment generation, rural development, reduction in fuel import, and reduction depending on oil producing country. And if you talk about challenges, solar, the size of infrastructure increase, unit cost decrease. The size of infrastructure decrease, the unit cost increase. The main challenge is production of the semiconductor and other basic materials. Now it can affect the environment by heat. It causes for the heat wave and global warming. Now the conclusion is to achieve the sufficient manufacturing of solar equipment, India needs a new solar development policies to impress your domestic record through the International Solar Alliance established by the India and France at COP21 in 2015. Use of renewable energy can economically benefit India's growth in various fields such as agriculture, industry, transport, and other service sector. It also avoids the environment pollutions. To achieve sufficiency in manufacturing solar equipment, India needs a new solar development policy. India can become a global power in economic perspective and economic generation. Thank you for your kind attention.
Lingraj.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how much amount of energy we can convert in percentage, in terms of percentage, the solar energy?
Sir, energy must be the greater than energy gap of the semiconductor.
So that is okay, that I understand. But the percentage of solar energy we are now converting with the available devices. So
yes,
what is that percentage? The
it is
percentage
about
of conversion.
It is about 34.
Okay. So what kind of cells they have used, and what metal based cells they have used?
It is the depends on a semiconductor, which we, if you introduce a phosphorus and silicon is the main, and in that we introduce the phosphorus and other elements, then there is a possibility of a formation of new kinds of semiconductors.
Okay, that converts 34%, you think?
Around.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lingraj. Now I call Madhu Chinnapu from KLE Society, SCP Arts Science College, Mahalingpur.
document type. One by one. Hello.
Madhu, you can start.
Is my screen available?
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, sir.
It is visible.
Yeah, sure. Good afternoon to everyone. This is Madhu, PSC second year, SCP Science and Arts College, Mahalingpur. Welcome to you.
Yes.
To all.
Go ahead.
What is nuclear power energy? A nuclear power energy is a thermostation in which a heat is converted into a reactor. Here we get two types of nuclear power energies, that is fission and the fusion. History of nuclear power energy. Energy was first time generated for the first time ever by a nuclear reactor by December 20, 1951 at the EBR-1. It was invented by Enrico Fermi, an Italian physicist. Working principle of the nuclear reactor is as: how do you maintain a nuclear power plants? There are two major steps to maintain a nuclear power plants. They are primitive maintenance and the corrective maintenance. In the primitive maintenance, we get periodic
primitive and planned maintenance, corrective maintenance. Here we get run and unplanned failure. Selection of a site. We have to select an appropriate site for the construction of a nuclear power plant, that is availability of a water supply, distance from the polluted area, transportation facilities, nearness to the load center, accessibility, type of a land. Here we need to independent of a geographical factors, good water supply, near a sea, river or a lake, and away from a thickly populated area. India has programmed a three-stage program that offer nuclear power energy that are: first stage, use natural uranium to fuel a pursued heavy water reactor. And the second stage is develop of a fast breeder reactor. Third is the development of a breeder reactors. Pros of our challenge opportunities of a nuclear power plants are enormous capacity, economical, alternative of a fossil fuels. It is one of the most low carbon energy sources, and a nuclear energy is the safer resources to use. The cost of a nuclear energy is a manageable for most countries. The challenges of the nuclear power energy might be the uranium needed for a nuclear energy can also become a weapon, disposal of a radioactive waste and a radioactive pollution, exposure to a nuclear power materials or a uranium can create health problems. Long-term storage costs expensive fuel. Insufficient nuclear energy transfers generate a significant loss profile. Why it is important to use a nuclear power energy as a future fuel? Because an intelligent combination of energy conservation and a renewable energy for the future is nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is a safe, clean, reliable, and a competitive energy source. It is the only source of energy that can replace a significant part of fossil fuels in the society. Next, why do we need nuclear energy? Because it helps us to give us more electricity, clean air, excellent performance, nuclear waste, safe and reliable. Recommendations means we have acting now. We have to act towards the nuclear power plants that more to construct about the nuclear power plants and addressing timelines. Government should take some major steps and create appropriate steps to in the public. Conclusion, widely used nuclear energy can be great benefit for a material. It should be used to as much extent as possible to solve a power problem with the future development. It is important to our lives because it can easily provide electrical energy and no carbon dioxide is given to cause an global warming, and just like other power stations or electrical commissioning. There is a saying from Bill Gates that nuclear energy in terms of an overall safety record is better than other sources of the energy. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhu. Nagappa sir, any questions?
Madhu. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. So upon the disposal, this might generate lot of issues to the environment, no? Lot of problems.
Yes, sir.
So
we can shut down
how
it.
we can say that this has alternate energy for future? Yes.
Madhu, unmute your audio.
We can shut down the nuclear power plants. The reactor must be brought into a permanently uncritical state, and the heat that conditions to generate must be discharged safely.
Yeah, I know, but discharging, the price of the discharging is like really more if you generate the energy. So this could be like, theoretically we can say that it has like very good and cost
Many of the
effective. But
countries are choosing nuclear
yes,
power
of
plants
course,
nowadays.
people are using this. People are using this. I'm not saying that it is not using. But thing is that this dischargeable cost, the cost of the discharging of this radioactive material is really more, because you need to dig the soil, and then you need to keep the waste, nuclear waste there for a long time, and then it will disintegrate itself. That is one of the major issue. Anyway, very good presentation. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Meghana. Madhu. Now, next participant is Madhu Shamnur. Meghana Shamnur, RTS Degree College.
Yes, sir. Can I share the slides, sir?
Wait. Okay, now we can share.
Yes, sir.
It is visible now. You can start.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Meghana Ishamnur. I am pursuing 5th SEM BSc in RTS Degree College, Renewable. I am here to speak a few words on wind energy.
You click on the slideshow, the other next button. The next to your pointer. Next to your pointer, there is a button, no? Yes, that one.
First, we will know what is renewable energy. Renewable energy comes from sources that are constantly and naturally renewed. So next, we will talk about opportunities and challenges of wind energy. What is wind? Wind is a natural movement of the air and other gases relative to a plant surface. So when we come to the opportunities and challenges of wind energy, first we will speak what is wind energy. Wind energy is a type of energy conservation in which turbines transform wind energy into mechanical or electrical energy that may be utilized as commercial wind turbines generate electricity by harnessing rotational energy to power a generator. Here is a pictorial representation of a windmill. So when we talk about advantages of wind power, wind energy is inexhaustible source of energy and virtually a limitless resource. It means that it is inexhaustible, it is a natural resource and there is no limit to use of wind power. The next point is energy is generated without polluting environment. While generating a wind energy, there is no, it will not produce any pollutants to the environment that may harm environment and human beings. The next point is in remote areas, wind turbines can be used as a great resource to generate energy. In remote areas, there is a problem to supply electricity. So if we get a great resource of this wind energy, we can supply a consistent and a reliable energy to remote areas. Then we come to the combination with solar energy that can be used to provide reliable as well as steady supply of electricity. Not only by using only a wind energy, we can combine a solar energy and wind energy to provide a reliable. Reliable means it is a good quantity and also a steady supply of electricity. Then we come to a wind energy creates a good job, good paying jobs. Here there is a graphical representation of
Madhu, Meghana, you are not audible.
wait, sir. Yes, we were speaking about energy that creates a good paying jobs. Here there is a pictorial representation of which pie chart shows that how a construction field has 37.2% of good paying jobs. Then comes manufacturing, and manufacturing is about 29.0%, and trade is of 14%. Then comes professional services, that is 12.1%. Then comes utilities, that is 4.1%, and others is 3.7%. Uses of wind energy. The next picture is about wind energy was harnessed by windmills in a past to do mechanical work. For example, in a water lifting pump, a rotatory motion of windmill is utilized to lift a water from a well. Then we come to challenges of wind power. The first point is wind energy requires expensive storage during a high peak production. When there is a high wind, we need to have expensive storages to get a more production of wind power. Then comes, it is a unreliable energy source, as winds are unpredictable and uncertain, because the environment itself is unpredictable and uncertain things will happen. So when there is a good wind and when there is a wind is not sufficient, we cannot predict that. The next point is there is a visual and aesthetic impact on region. It means it will lose the beauty of a region, and also a visual impact it going to happen on a region. And then it requires a large open area for set up wind farms. It needs a large space to set up a wind farms. Then comes noise pollution problem is usually associated with windmills. It going to produce a large noise when it is generating a wind power. Then comes, it can be a threat to wildlife. Birds too get injured when they fly into turbines. Even the birds may die when they fly into the turbines. Here there is a pictorial representation of how the birds are died because of windmills. And the last one is wind energy must compete with other low-cost energy resources. Yes, there is a pictorial representation where a pie chart shows that fossil fuels have a 64.7%, and then comes nuclear energy, then comes other renewable, whereas wind energy is having only 2.8%. So the conclusion is, therefore, the use of wind energy may therefore contribute to reduce global climate change, acid rain, and other serious environmental problems. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Meghana.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions? Nagappa sir, shall we take 15 minutes break?
Yes, we can take now 15 minutes break.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello,
Dear
sir.
participants.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Pradeep.
Sir, actually, next session first is mine, sir. So please allow me to share the screen, sir, so that I can set up for the next session.
Wait. Now we have break, 15 minutes break. After 2:45, we'll start.
Hello, sir. Yes.
So session 2 will start at 2:45.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Okay.
Sir, my battery is low, sir. Please continue, sir.
Now you can charge, no?
Sir, I am
Charge
college.
your mobile or laptop for 15 minutes.
Sir, I am in college, sir.
But now we have the lunch break. For that, we need 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes you wait. Afterwards, we can start. Okay, dear participants, the next section will be at 2:45. Okay, thank you.